I'm Pastor George Borghardt, and this is another Higher Things video short. Persecution is part of the gospel. That's the subject of today's Higher Things video short. This Sunday's Gospel in the one-year series, I have said these things to keep you from being scandalized. They will put you out of the synagogues. Indeed, the hour is coming when whoever kills you will think he is offering a service to God. So, suffering for Jesus' sake, being mocked, being persecuted, being looked at like you're an idiot is part of being in the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is not alien to the faith. It's actually part of the faith. If you believe that Jesus died and rose again, you will suffer. Now, this doesn't mean you'll suffer like the folks in Iraq are suffering, the Christians in Iraq are suffering, or in the Middle East, where they're being killed for their faith, martyred. But it does mean that you will be persecuted in some way, shape, or form. Your faith mocked, you looked at like you're sort of antiquated, your belief system, the world making you feel like your belief system on certain subjects makes you almost racist. In fact, Christianity in almost all polls is declining in America. And so we as Lutherans should be expecting persecution. And when it comes, we have the great comfort of knowing from Jesus that he told us it was coming, and so we don't need to be falling away. Now, I believe that persecution, you should do, it's from the scriptures, that persecution and suffering doesn't come apart from the good news of Jesus. Basically, God takes the evil that the world and other people do to us, and he turns it into good. He takes martyrdom and uses it to spread the gospel. When the church is persecuted, the word of the Lord grows. He takes it in our life and he uses it for good, which basically means persecution happens to us. People mock us, and we want to come up with we either come up with a good answer or we don't. And if we don't, then we're driven back to the scriptures, to Bible class and Sunday school to find good answers, or we look for better answers to defend our faith, to give a testimony of the one who brought us out of darkness into his marvelous light. The persecution is turned on its head by God and made a gift to us. That's what God does with evil. He takes it and makes it good. There's no greater evil than the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ. And he uses that to save all of mankind. And so he's constantly, with persecution and suffering, refining us so that there's less us and more him in our lives and in our answers, etc. And so when we count ourselves as suffering for his name's sake, we should hear his word and understand that we are blessed and that this is good news for us. So, but I mean, it's not the funnest thing in the world. Oh, mock me for my faith. Tell me I'm an idiot because I believe in Jesus. That's sort of, a little bit of hyperbole, but these things produce endurance. Endurance produces character, and character produces hope. As our Lord brings us through bad things, he teaches us to rely more on him. And then the next bad thing that comes, we've already been carried through the last bad thing. And what's the worst that could happen to us with persecution? Death. Well, he's gone through death already. He was crucified, and he lives, and he reigns now. And so we, as children of God, believe that all things, even persecution, work out for our good, and that ultimately, all of this is used to strengthen our faith and to carry us to life everlasting. And so the Lord has warned you. It's coming. It may have already happened to you. You will suffer for his name. But take heart. He's given you advance warning. He will carry you through. He will bring you to a stronger confession of him. More him, less you. After all, it's about Christ for others, not about you for you. And so, blessed persecution and suffering for his name's sake. Lord, keep us steadfast in your word to life everlasting. I'm Pastor George Borghardt, and this has been another Higher Things video short.